Hey everybody, welcome back to the VMP Performance channel. And here in the VMP shop, I have this, a 3-valve Mustang. Once considered the best Mustang you can get, as of late, it has kind of been the bastard child of Mustangs, especially amongst tuners. This car is red, white, and blue. It's just freaking awesome. It is all about what America is about. Horsepower and freedom. This 3-valve is owned by a good buddy of ours named Phil. We rebuilt it after a little mishap with some bad winter gas, and it is back and better than ever. Our good friend Brett Barber over at AFS went through the whole engine and the cylinder heads, rebuilt everything, brought it up to snuff. When Roush designed this thing in 2007, 2008, they had just previously designed the GT500 for Ford. So a lot of the parts are common. This 2010 has a Roush Hammer drivetrain. It has a 4.6 liter 3-valve that was basically built like an 03 Cobra from Roush out of the factory with forged pistons and forged rods and a 2300 supercharger, but it had a bunch of design elements that were similar to the GT500. And I keep going back to this GT500 thing, and like, why does somebody with a 3-valve care about a GT500? Well, here's why. All of our GT500 upgrade parts, and remember, we're the king of TVS blowers and superchargers and a bunch of other stuff for GT500s, they bolt right onto this car. So we have swapped a VMP Gen 3R Stage 3 right on top of this Roush manifold, because it's just like a GT500 manifold. We've gone through and put our upgraded intercooler core in this car. It's got our dual fan triple pass heat exchanger. It's got 4 fuel rails, ID injectors, JLT intake, VMP Twin 67 throttle body. Joe tuned it earlier on the dyno, and he was actually comparing some graphs. Guess what? The power curve's really similar to an 0304 Cobra. We've got a graph we can flash across the screen for you here, so there you see it. That kind of gives away the fact that this 3-valve made 776 rear wheel horsepower, 714 foot-pounds of torque, with about 25 PSI peak. Now, keep in mind, this is a manual transmission car, so we used a Stage 3 blower, a little bit less torquey, under 3 grand, but a huge ascension in horsepower as you get to the 6,500 RPM red line. And by the way, this is approved by Phil. He told me he has lots of tires at home, but I do want to tell you that this setup is fully emissions compliant. We're using EPA approved Jesse cats, also known as green cats. We've got just stock camshafts in this car because, well, they work so damn good with this combination. The car idles pretty smooth. It's a little bit loud because Phil has no mufflers. We've upgraded the tensioner, and of course, this is a factory 8-rib dual belt setup. This thing really is the greatest 3-valve that's ever been built, and it's right here at our shop, right here with the VMP Gen 3R on it, and I just can't tell you how freaking amazing that is to me. Without yapping anymore, I'm just gonna go freaking drive the thing.
Oh, listen to this cold start. Head over to the official VMP burnout circle. Got my handy X4 here, and got a nice config in here and hit the data logging go button, because whenever you're hooning around, you got to take the opportunity to collect data. This is a fresh build, and I'm just going to triple check everything and make sure that during this hooning, the tune is just perfect. Just get a little warmed up here. Oh yeah, feel that turning radius. Yeah, oh, got a little close to Brian there. So, interesting thing about 2010s, they have stability control just like a Coyote, but you got to make sure you turn it off before you start hooning. Advanced track off. That's what we want. Here we go. Flip it around the other way. Great rotation. These Mickey Thompson Sport Comps stand no chance against 76 rear wheel horsepower. So this is a tribute to the cooling system that's in this car. It's basically 90 degrees out here in Florida because summer's freaking here. Air temps are 134 degrees, and this thing is basically baking in its own heat at idle because there's no fresh air coming from outside, and the cooling system is still working so good that the downstream air temps are only reading 134. So it's good. Coolant temp's good.
After building, tuning, and driving this car, I can confidently say this is one frickin' awesome 3-valve. If you're interested in any of the components that we used in this build, check out the links below. Until next time, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you later.